in Galveston County, and
it was fast.
Yeah,
yeah,
fast. And the thing is, they've already seen more since then. You know, we're talking rain totals up to nearly 10 inches in some spots.
Gosh.
So we talk about these flash flood warnings that keep getting extended, and a few of them have been through at least 11 o'clock this morning. And when we talk about a flash flood warning, meaning that there is dangerous flooding happening, but then additional rain on top of it could make it even worse. So let's get into some of the graphics for you, just so you guys can know exactly what we're talking about. This is a live look at the Southwest Freeway right outside our Fox 26 studios. It's gloomy, it's humid out there, but hey, at least temperatures are in the mid 70s. We're really seeing that pretty much across the board. But I want to show you just a wide picture of the radar, that there's consistent rain. It's light, but it's there. Angleton to Missouri City, Houston, Channelview, Atascocita, some heavier rain now just to the east of Galveston. But if you live out toward Katy, Cypress, Tomball, 290 out to Bellevue, we are seeing some heavy rain and even lightning moving in. So here's a look at a flash flood warning that we are monitoring in Harris County. And there are a few of them, but it's going to be the center one that does include the northwest side of Houston down to Mission Bend and even into Aldine and Atascocita. So that is in effect for about another 30 minutes or so. And then we are also seeing flash flood warning in Galveston County that was extended until 11 a.m. Now, wouldn't be surprised if some of these do continue to get extended, especially out in Harris County and points west that are seeing some of the heavier bands of rain right now. And I want to take you out to them. Take a look at Columbus, north of Eagle Lake to Sealy and just south of Belleville there. Well, that is some heavy rain. And when we see these reds on the radar, that's showing potentially blinding rain, meaning it's difficult to drive through. And then on top of that, there are some lightning strikes. Not too many, but definitely more than we've seen days past. Out to Cypress, Tomball, 249, and then even out to the Woodlands and Spring, you can see that consistent rain is falling and even more is moving in. Now I want to take you down south, Port Lavaca to Palacios and even Victoria, Bay City. You can see a cluster of heavy rain moving in. Not much lightning, but this is something that is falling on top of some very saturated ground already. So here's a look at rainfall just over the last 6 hours. So since 4 o'clock this morning, 2 to 4 inches of rain. But let me tell you, much more has fallen in Baytown just since midnight. But just within the last 6 hours in portions of Harris County, even Fort Bend County, down near Sugar Land, out to the northwest side of Houston, and then even into Cypress, 2.5 to 5+ inches. So there has been a lot. That's why our flash flood risk is elevated today. That includes the heavy rain that we had this morning, but then also what we are going to be seeing over the next several hours. And I'm going to be honest with you, the models really have not been all too great with some of the heavier bands of rain moving on in. I will say they were pretty spot on with the heavy rain Galveston to Baytown, but we're still seeing a lot of that moving into Harris County. So I would say that you can expect rain throughout a big portion of today. It's going to be on and off. Hopefully things, especially down in Brazoria County right now, are lightening up a bit, but just don't let your guard down. And we always say turn around, don't drown, and we truly mean it. We've had a photographer showing folks that are already getting stuck this morning. You just don't know how deep the water is, and you can't trust that your car can get through it because it likely can't.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of drivers out this morning. A lot of them turning around,
yes,
but a lot of big trucks trying to go through there.
And then we saw some cars just get stranded in it. Their cars are probably totaled now. It's so sad to see. I hate that. Oh.
And Shelby has been out in it all this morning.
She's been on some of the worst of it all over the place. Shelby, tell us where you are now and what you're seeing. A lot of water thrown up behind you. Yikes.
Yeah, for sure. We're on 45 North at Airline, so the north side of town, where definitely rain has been consistently coming down for the last couple hours, or at least since we've been here the last couple hours or so. Behind me is one of those feeder roads, a consistent problem spot anytime we get a lot of rain. You can see that the cars are definitely going through. They're able to make it through. A lot of them are deciding to cut around in this parking lot, not trying to risk it, which I totally respect, because you, again, as we say all the time, you never know exactly how deep it is. But this exact scene, specifically a lot of feeder flooding that we have seen all over the viewing area. We have been majority in the southern parts of, so let's say Mont Belvieu, League City, Texas City, much of the same. A lot of roadways just completely inundated with water. We've seen several stalled out vehicles. Police departments having to close down roads because of such, because cars are just sitting in that water waiting for tow trucks to arrive. And so thankfully, though, from the stalled out vehicles that we have seen, everyone has been okay. So no injuries to report there, which is definitely good news. But of course, as Allison was saying, the story is the same. If you do come across flooded waters, you do not know exactly how deep it is, especially considering we're still going to get rain. So these waters are definitely still going to rise, at least over the next few hours. So of course, everyone just needs to stay safe if you need to be out on the roads. Back to y'all.
Shelby, thank you. Those cars just zipping through there.
Let's let you come in and dry up, and we'll see you back at the station in a little while. You guys be careful coming back.
For sure.
It's not fun to be out in that. In fact, it's a little bit
Well,
overwhelming.
I don't know, though. Those Houston Texans fans seem
Are
to
just
think differently.
They are not
They
the
don't
least
care,
bit
okay?
concerned.
They are diehard fans. They've been out since 3 o'clock this morning, some of them,
It's
in
so
the
impressive.
rain. Oh my gosh. And DeLon, he's been hanging out with them this morning. We know his Jordans were getting wet. I don't think they've dried out yet.
You still have plastic sacks on them?
No plastic bags. I just said they're just determined to go through the fire, the flood, the rain, whatever else. They're covered by the blood. So that's all right. That's all right. But so many fans, you know, I didn't expect initially. I guess why would I not expect it? Because we saw it earlier this week. But I initially didn't know that this many fans would be out here, to the point that the stands are full. We can't show you, obviously, because they're practicing. We're not allowed to broadcast live during the practice. But the stands are totally full with fans here this morning. So many people came out, brave the heavy rain and everything else that's going on right now when it comes to all of this. I'm trying to figure out, do I live in Seattle or do I live in Houston, Texas with all of this doggone rain? But anyway, everybody is out here. You may see some people walking in here in a couple of minutes. A lot of people are still with their umbrellas, their ponchos. Everybody obviously is still pretty prepared to come out regardless of the rain. They want to watch the Texans do what the Texans are going to do, especially going into this season. We know this season is very, 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 all eyes are going to be on this season because we have some heavy hitters on the roster this season. So we'll see what happens. But for me personally, I can tell you it was exciting to be able to come out here and experience training camp. Being that this is my first Texans season here, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do as well, and it was great to be able to go out on the field. I went out on the field. You may have saw Coco Dominguez. She was here. She's here shooting a story, so I went out on the field with her and saw a lot of the players up close, and it was a great experience. So all the fans, the energy is high. Everybody is excited to see what's going to happen, and I am just like them, looking forward to seeing what the Texans will do this season. Well, I'll be watching. Back to y'all.
So bummed we can't see your Texans gear, DeLon. You have to have the big rain
I don't even
jacket.
think it's
You're gonna have
raining
to
that
flash
hard,
us, right?
DeLon.
We need to see
I
the
mean,
shirt. We gotta
I think
see
you
it.
can take your jacket off. There you go. That's nice.
Let's see her under that jacket. There you
Okay.
go.
I know. You're missing
That's
your
a cool
umbrella,
shirt.
your rain boots. You're missing. At least you have your jacket though. But it looks like the rain is letting up.
The full fit. I got you next time.
It's sharp. I like that. It looks
I
really
know.
nice. I'm glad you
It's
showed
just
us.
fun that we are getting so close to football season.
I
I can
know.
just imagine DeLon, the folks are just like, I don't care about the rain.
Oh,
right.
Give me
That's the last
football.
thing they
It's
worry
been
about.
way too long. We're in this weird sports drought.
Apparently, people aren't too pressed about it. You would think that people would not want to be out here in the rain, but I'm seeing it was a woman who came up to me during my 9 o'clock live shot who saw me in the rain at 6 o'clock, and she had her umbrella and still had on a short sleeve t-shirt and was unbothered by it while I'm sitting here pressed by it. So I guess, what am I pressed about the rain for? She's not bothered.
Exactly. I was saying the same thing, DeLon. You don't even have hair. You don't have to
don't
worry about
have
your
to
hair
worry
getting all
about
messed
it.
up.
We would all be in
I mean,
ponytails with it
I
all
have
slicked
waves now. I
back
can't be
and
messing up
caps.
the waves. I can't be messing
he
up
can't
the
mess
waves.
up the waves. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Where did they go? I didn't see the waves. Did y'all see the waves? I missed them.
Oh my goodness.
I got you.
Don't you
Denise,
be
don't worry
hazing
about
my
it. I got you.
co-anchor. I got to take care of my boy.
I got to see him up close. I can't see him from afar.
Well, have fun, DeLon. Hopefully you get to watch a little bit.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
a lot of folks are, of course, predicting that we'll make it to the Super Bowl.
I
So
know.
fingers
I like that
crossed.
plan.
I know.
Can
a lot
you
of people talking
imagine?
to.
Oh, that would be
Excited about
fun.
And then I'm probably late to the game, but when Stephon Diggs, who, one of our new players, was saying that it's already so hot here because he's lived up in the north and from Buffalo, and I'm like,
It's in
It's
for a
been
rude
the
awakening.
Hasn't
Yeah.
this been one of the coolest summers we've had in years? We are,
incredible.
yeah.
I mean, even the fact that you need maybe a light jacket out there, with being wet with the light winds.
Yeah.
He just needs to stick around a minute. He'll be
Yeah.
shocked when the real thing
Next
comes
month
out.
is going to be
Brutal.
probably.
Yeah, and I'm glad Tank Dell is doing well, that he's going to be ready to go. Funny thing is, before I even knew about him, I was at a U of H game, and I didn't even know he was standing next to me. I didn't know who he was. I was like, he looks like he might be important. I was like, who is this person? Because he had a lot of people around him.
Oh, my
And so then
gosh.
Did you talk to him?
No, I didn't know who he was at the time. And so then I did like a quick little Google search because I saw something on his chain. And I was like, oh, that's who that.
So what did you do? Get an app for that? Recognize this person?
No, he had something on his chain.
Oh, okay.
There was something on his chain, and so I Googled it, and then he popped up.
You're like,
I was like,
I see ya.
okay. And then, of course, after that, his name was all over the place. He, was doing a great
so
job. But he was
cool.
injured at the time.
Okay.
Well, you
when
can
I
see
saw
those
him.
players from a mile away,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
it is so obvious.
Yeah, so
Big buff
glad
bodies.
he's doing well. And
That's great.
Looks like we've got a healthy roster.
I know.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good feeling.
Oh,
Thank
we're so
goodness.
close,
Excited
guys.
for the season.
Only a few more weeks
Yeah.
without it.
Lots to look forward to. Well, we're going to take a quick break, grab a cup of coffee, a little sip anyway, and we'll see you in just a
Yeah,
sec.
what's left of it? I spilled Melissa's coffee earlier
the
back.
big
That was
thing.
at the top of
little
the show.
windy.
I was trying to hurry up and get over there, and boom, coffee spilled everywhere.
Good. I'll go
But
get a
yeah.
refill.
All right, we'll be right back.
Fox 26 is the
Anonymous.
Fox 26 YouTube page. Like and subscribe today.
Hey, welcome back. You know what? A Houston barbecue restaurant is teaming up with a baseball legend. So let's check in with Ruben so we can get some more details.
Yeah, show us the barbecue, baby.
Well, you're going to have to come back at lunchtime for that. We're talking desserts right now, and not any dessert. We are talking the Reggie Bar brownie. Hafi, the GM here, joins me. How did this dessert happen?
Mr. Reggie Jackson came to us, wanted to collaborate a dessert, and so we did a good job with putting it together where we did keep everything intact, so you get a full experience of that chocolate bar inside of a scratch-made brownie.
Because the chocolate bar is in the brownie.
Yeah, completely. So when you take a full bite, that's what you get as well. So, yeah, I mean, he was really impressed because everybody else wants to chop it up and break it down and whatnot. So, yeah, he liked that it didn't compromise the chocolate bar.
And you know, probably, obviously most famous for his time in New York, Mr. October, and this incredible shirt here. Talk about it.
Yeah, so Donkey Boy and Throwback City, they actually came up with a T-shirt that we're going to probably release in October as well for Mr. Jackson. So all the proceeds from that, plus the brownie as well, is going to go to his Mr. October Foundation.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And a gentleman joining me here that knows a little bit about baseball. Nico joins us from Maven, which you guys remember. We were there for the grand opening in the Thompson Hotel. Your good friend, partner, Mr. Lance McCullers. So you know your way around a little baseball. So, so you guys are actually carrying the brownie is available at the Astros game at Maven.
Correct.
And this is something that you've already started, or it starts this weekend?
So Minute Maid, the first game back against the Angels today. In Section 104, we will be offering the brownie. All proceeds are going to the Reggie Jackson Foundation. And then we're also offering it at the Thompson Hotel in our brick and mortar. And we're here to support local and help our friends out, and that's it.
And, you know, Maven opening the doors has been a hit. And there's another Maven on the way?
There's another Maven on the way, and shortly we'll have a big opportunity.
I love that. I love that. All right, so I took a little bite, and we have some carajillos. Tell everybody what the carajillo is.
So carajillo for us is our cold brew concentrate, liquor 43, and a little secret ingredient. We shake it with ice and pour it over and just enjoy. It goes really well with the brownie.
I love that. All right, so I've already taken a couple of bites. You guys may have seen this, but I think it's important to take just one more bite just for TV because people are going to ask me today. They're going to see me in the grocery store and they're going to be like, "Was that delicious?" And I'm going to be, "Yeah, it's incredible." Oh, now, yeah, it's hitting. All right, guys, you come down to J Bar M this weekend. They're going to have vendors outside. They're going to have an art show. Donkey Boy is curating some cool cars. And, of course, go see Maven over in the Thompson Hotel or at the Astros. Get yourself a brownie. Support Reggie's Foundation. Back to you guys in the studio. That's incredible.
Yum.
That looks so good. It looks almost as good as Allison's shortcake cookies. Is that what they were called? Oh, my gosh. They were amazing. Okay.
So good.
So good is right. Oh my gosh, look at that fist pump behind you, Ruben.
All right, Ruben, well,
That's
enjoy.
When you know. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I was doing my happy dance while eating Allison's cookies. So you definitely want to try out that recipe on Fox Local when you get a chance. Oh, man.
So good. And
we
so
love Allison's
easy.
cooking.
Literally, I will say the frosting makes a very big portion. So
yes, it does.
Make a lot of cookies.
And that's fine with me. It was delicious. And they're all gone in the newsroom. I was going to go try to get a second cookie. And oh well.
Need to make more next time.
Yeah, next time I'll just grab a handful before you take them out. But also on Fox Local, Kicking It with Kunkel. He has a few episodes, and you can download the app, of course, for free on your smart TV. So our sports director, Will Kunkel, caught up with Dana Brown, the Astros general manager.
And so we talked to the team about Lance McCullers' injury. And, you know, I'm actually going to an Astros game on Sunday.
Okay.
That'll be my second. So, you know, I hope that doesn't, you know, set us back a little bit.
Maybe you'll be their good luck charm, though.
I hope so. They won in a big way against the Orioles last time I was there. So we will see. Let's hear a little bit from Will.
How have you been able to or tried to handle the Lance McCullers rehab? He and I talked early on in the show, actually he was on the inaugural one, about how it's just there's nothing he can control at this point. It's about how his arm responds. Is that kind of what you see? What's this been like trying to get him back on the bump?
Yeah, it's been difficult. You know, the guy's been grinding real hard. You know, he's a true professional, and he's done a lot in this organization. And, you know, it's really difficult from my position to see him go through this, because as an ex-player myself, I know how tough it is when you have an injury, and now he had an injury. He felt like, we got the surgery. I feel like it's healing, and then you have a setback. And so those things are really difficult. And I really commend his work ethic and all the time that he's putting in. But hopefully he'll get better here soon. But the setbacks are real when it comes to, the elbow and the flexor tendon, and it's just a difficult thing. And so hopefully, we'll get him to come back. But I know he's grinding. It's not an issue that he's not working. He's working, he's running, he's doing all the things that he needs to do. But one of the issues is just that this is one of those injuries that's really difficult.
Is he throwing again?
No,
is he still shut down?
He's still shut down.
Done for the year?
Not done for the year, but he's still shut down until he can get rid of the discomfort. And once he gets rid of that, we'll start him back throwing again. And I think this is one of those things where you're starting to fight your way back. You start the throwing, you increase the throwing, and it starts to bark again. And so I just think this is part of the progression of coming back from an injury. But ultimately, I think at some point he'll be able to throw with no pain. We can get him stretched out a little further, and then maybe we'll see him, sometime in late August or early September is our hope. But it's tough to put a timeline on it right now because he's not throwing. So once he begins to throw and we get him stretched out, we'll probably be able to give a timeline. This is just a hope that we can get him back.
And again, you can watch Kicking It with Kunkel on Fox Local. Again, free on your smart television. And he has some really good interviews. And it's kind of fun because he's not in the same place every time. Sometimes he's in studio. Sometimes he's at a coffee shop. Sometimes at HQ.
Yeah,
for
you never
Astros.
know. Go Stros. All right. Well, you know what? Can you believe it? Season tickets for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo go on sale Thursday. The waiting room opens at 9:30 and buyers will be randomly selected at 10.
So they start at $500 and go all the way up to more than $8,000. But this guarantees you seats to every single concert. Now, maybe you just want to buy an individual ticket. Well, they go on sale beginning of next year. So when do we hear about who's headlining?
Oh, it's going to be a while, I'm sure. I can't wait. It's always exciting to get the big reveal.
Okay, so January we're thinking. Well, that's good. And I feel like opening night is always a banger.
Oh, yeah,
you're
for
always
sure.
expected to get someone really good. And then it's just every night after that. It's truly incredible.
Well, the food, I always look forward to like the new concoctions they put together because I got to taste a lot of it this past year. So it was really fun.
I know. What is it going to be, like hot Cheeto rolled corn or something? Just something like so bizarre, but it's always delicious.
I remember having a lot of bacon.
Yes,
I know that for sure. Bacon and ice cream and a lot lot of sugar. It was way too much, but I love it.
Oh, it's so good. And see the animals and shopping. Yeah. I mean, truly, there's something for everyone.
Oh, for sure.
I think a lot of folks will be excited about these tickets.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll have some good weather.
I know.
During the rodeos,
Yeah. There was, some showers last year, I do remember, but it's all about the rain today.
Oh, yeah. We have, a few more days left of this,
Yeah, we
too.
do. Rest of today, definitely tomorrow, and then likely on Sunday as well. And then it's next week. I promise you, we finally get out of this pattern. So showers and storms likely in Galveston throughout a pretty good chunk of the day. Now, I'd say folks are probably not going to be seeing a lot of sun today, meaning that afternoon highs once again are likely going to be in the upper 70s. I'd say this is pretty generous in Magnolia, saying that we'll be getting to the low 80s. But take a look at our latest forecast models showing that we're going to be seeing another band of that heavy rain moving into Galveston, likely around lunchtime. And then there's where we could be seeing a bit of a lull in the precipitation. So spots that do see the sun maybe a little bit warmer than other spots that don't. But want to let you know the rain does not stop there. We're going to be seeing, here we go, some heavy rain tomorrow morning when you are joining Denise and I on Fox 26 Morning News Weekend.
Starting at 5 a.m.
Yeah, some heavy rain, likely some embedded lightning strikes. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of a break, but it's just going to be muggy and just rainy, wet. We're calling today, tomorrow, Fox 26 storm alert days, but then take a look at Monday.
Yes.
Rain
Even though the
chances
temperatures
dropping.
go back up. It's
Yes.
like,
It's like a
I
double-edged
know,
sword.
can't
What do you
win.
want?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll take the heat.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's all right. Yeah. And
Just
plus,
too wet.
my kids are ready to go back to the pool, you know?
Exactly. They're like,
they are
"Come
so bored in the house now.
on,
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Of course, we'll see you this weekend.
Yes. You don't want to miss
Yeah.
us.
Try to stay dry. Have a good weekend.
Fox 26 is